So I'm out here trawling a live bait on the kayak on the Hobie Pro Angler 14 180 Mirage drive, and I thought I'd do a bit of a gear review just to start off with. Doesn't seem like anything. It's a bit too loose. So I thought I'd do a bit of a gear review on the kayak so far, and also just a comparison with what I've owned in the past. So in the past, I started off many years ago in Abu Dhabi. I actually grew up moving back and forth between the two countries. And back then, there weren't really a lot of pedal kayaks. There was more pedal kayaks and all that. And what we started off with is a bunch of Malibu Mini X kayaks. And I used to fish the waters off Abu Dhabi, and then after, especially Gantut. And after a while we had to move and everything, and then I continued kayak fishing in South Africa when I moved back, because I was moving back and forth. And at that time I was fishing with a Legend kayak Trident. And for me, I'm not a small guy, I'm a big guy. And I always felt like there was a bit of it was lacking in what I needed. Anyway, so when I sold the kayak over there and moved back here to Dubai, I ended up getting another kayak from, I think it was Gulf Water Sports. Fine kayak, but not for my needs. I was still a bit too big for it. And then I moved on to a Lightning Kayak Strike, which again, fine kayak, had some issues with the pedal drive, but I sorted it out because I modified it, and that was fine. But it was still felt like it was lacking. And everyone around me they were all using Hobies, and I always wondered what the hype was and why is everyone, you know, it seemed like it was a bit of a class thing. So I started not enjoying kayaking, and the reason being is with the Lightning kayaks, it felt like this part by the pedal was always flooded. It was always wet, I was not moving fast, and it was just not performing. So I decided, okay, well, you know what, let me just spend the money, buy the PA14, and I went for it. And this is the third outing now, and I have to be honest, I've not looked back. I'm 125 kilograms at least, and I've got my live bait tank in the back, I've got cooler boxes, I've got my fish bag, I'm trawling a live bait now, I've got fishing rods and fish finders and everything, and it's been perfect. There's been no issues whatsoever, and this thing moves at such a pace. I'm barely kicking now, and it's doing over 2 miles an hour. If I really go for it, I can make it up to 5. Ooh. Nice fish. So the issue is not, I think we've spoken about manufacturers claiming certain weight categories, and I understand that you take the total weight and you minus how much the kayak weighs, but for me, I think that in a lot of cases the manufacturers are not being honest about the total weight. And I know a lot of heavy guys say that, but I've been kayaking for many years, and even the Malibu Mini X, that's such a small kayak, and it was, at that point I was probably about, I'd probably say 90 kilograms, 92, and it was carrying me fine. It was a small little kayak. So, you know, I think when you're purchasing a kayak, you've got to take all these things into account. The PA14, I mean, it's in a different class, you can't compare it. But it took a lot of money to reach that point, and a lot of experience of just not finding what I want. So be careful when you're purchasing, because it comes down to safety as well. One day I forgot to lock my hatch here in the front here for my on my Lightning kayaks, and I was out in the channel here, and I started noticing I was weighing heavier on the one side than the other side. And I know it's my own stupidity, because I should have thought about it, but I started taking on water and I felt it, and I had to rush to the beach, and as I got to the beach the thing was basically sinking. And I thought, you know, all these small little things, these safety things we've got to think about, your visibility, your PFD, well, which I'll do a review on this as well. This has been awesome, the NRS Chinook, brilliant. Other gear I'll be doing reviews on is Railblaze. I've been using them for years. What else? Oh, Spyderco, especially the saltwater knives. LC200N steel, brilliant. I believe they brought out steels now in Magna Cut as well, which been a fan of Magna Cut. And yeah, so I'll be doing things on blade steels, fish finders, the GoPro I've been using, and then everything else. And yeah, just be careful when you're purchasing a kayak. Look at actually what you're going for. It's important to note that. At the end of the day, your safety is the most important.